Our athletes out on the track for the penultimate action here in Birmingham. It's the women's 800 metres, and RJ Wilson there, who has been the outstanding athlete over the last couple of years. If you take out of the equation the likes of Caster Semenya and the other athletes who have been at the centre really of all the discussion off the track in the last year or two with the naturally occurring elevated levels of testosterone, you take them out of the equation and it's RJ Wilson who has been very much the outstanding performer. You could say that all the main names for Doha in 5-6 weeks time are here this weekend. Here is then RJ Wilson, the US champion, who is such a fine athlete, world bronze medalist in 2017, surely one of the favourites for gold in Doha. One in Monaco and Stockholm, second in Stanford. Latoya Gould will push her hard, the Jamaican Commonwealth bronze medalist, the Jamaican record holder, and recently crowned Pan Am champion as well from last week in Lima. Raven Rogers is in there as well for the USA. And Lindsay Sharp, well, her last two races, further evidence that she's really rounding to something approaching her best. Fastest time for 2 years in London last time out. Alex Bell, big personal best for her, the 26-year-old, to finish third in London, fourth at the National Championships last year, and of course the National Championships in this very stadium next weekend for all the leading British athletes.
On your mark.
So the women's 800 metres. Pacemaking duties, Anita Limisz from Poland has been asked to go through 457 dead, so it's pretty lively. Been a really exciting men's 800 metres, and RJ Wilson there, left of picture, likes to front run, really put her foot on the gas in Des Moines at the National Championships back in at the end of July, and the pacemaker there, Anita Limisz just coming through, and RJ Wilson tucking in with Gould in second if you ignore the pacemaker, and Lindsay Sharp there, the instantly recognisable tall figure with the blonde hair, in third place.
Well, Sharp looking very relaxed indeed. She's been rounding into great form a couple of times under 159 already this summer. RJ Wilson, though, controlling things here, calling the shots behind the pacemaker. There's about a 4-metre gap behind the pacemaker. He goes through there in 57.13. So a reasonable pacemaker. But RJ Wilson is a very astute tactician. He's a very quiet individual, Chris. But my word, she's controlling this one, and they're letting her out Pied Piper here.
Well, Gould, I would suggest, will be her biggest threat. Lamott, of course, as well. We shouldn't discount her. She hasn't raced very much this year. Bell is also still very much in there. But there's a quiet confidence about Lindsay Sharp these days, just going about her business. She loves this track as well. Gould now starting to take closer order. And RJ Wilson, who looks so smooth, you're absolutely right. Very unassuming, a very quiet character off the track, but likes to do all their talking by racing on the track. And it's Wilson leading the way. Gould in second place, just straining. Look at the difference in temperament there between the two. The effort etched on the face of Gould there. Sharp will fancy her chances here. Gould has gone. RJ Wilson silky smooth down the back straight. Lamott is coming through as well, coming into some threat. But RJ Wilson, metronomically good as well. It's another win for the American, just outside 2 minutes. Lindsay Sharp as well, into second place. Lamott comes home for third. Well, further evidence for me, Tim, that RJ Wilson is the one to beat, in the absence, of course, of Caster Semenya in Doha. I really like watching her. She is a consummate professional, doesn't give much away, but it's another brilliant performance from the American. Just outside 2 minutes, Wilson wins again, and Lindsay Sharp in second place.
Yes, she really controlled that one and played it to her tune, and they danced to it as well. But without the medalists from Rio, Semenya, Niyonsaba, Wambui, the so-called DSD athletes from the 800 metres scene this season, RJ Wilson is tremendously dominant, and she's won here today so comfortably, well outside 2 minutes, and yet nobody got close to her. You'd think this was a slow tactical face, effectively, with that slow second lap. But look, she wins by a couple of metres. Good strong run that from Lindsay Sharp, and a fine third place though as well from the training partner of RJ Wilson. But Raven Rogers, that was, in third place But a strange race, Chris, and I can only think that maybe out there on the back straight, and we're sat here comfortably under the stands over the finish line, the wind is really, really challenging for these athletes. I'm sure that played a big part.
Yeah, and probably just cost them the wrong side of 2 minutes, if you like. They really have been very, very testing conditions. I think you're right. A headwind down the back straight, into the teeth of the wind. Alex Bell coming through again. It's been another good performance from her, backing up what she produced in London. Not quite as impressive today, but I think, again, the conditions had a part. But RJ Wilson looking so relaxed in their confirmation of that win. It was comfortable in the end. Sharp in second place. Rogers coming through just to pip Lamotte into third. And the Frenchwoman after second for fourth place.